Good evening. Welcome to the Furniture and Things Community Event Center. Jeremy Smith here with Bill Hupp, bringing you high school girls hockey tonight. Champlin Park, Coon Rapids fighting Bluebirds against the Elk River Zimmerman Elks. And what a beautiful building.
Absolutely gorgeous facility here in Elk River, a new facility and certainly one that has the potential to host future section finals. Going to have a few fans in the stands tonight, but it's going to be unbelievable, Jeremy, when this place is packed and rocking for a section final.
Great sightlines, good lighting everywhere, and we get a chance to see these teams on their last game of the season. Champlin Park, Coon Rapids at 6-11, and on the other side, Elk River at 9-8.
Yep, Champlin Park, Coon Rapids, last regular season game. They already know they're playing Rogers on Tuesday in the first round of section play. So it's really an opportunity after coming off a couple wins and then a tough loss most recently to finish the regular season on a high note. The Fighting Bluebirds lost the first game between these two teams by a final of 6-1. And really there's a couple key players we're going to be keeping an eye on here tonight.
Absolutely. On the Fighting Bluebirds side, that'd be number 29, Delaney Johnson.
Yep, the captain, 6 goals and 5 assists on the season, and certainly will be a senior leader, one of the few seniors on this roster, so she's looking to end her high school career on a high note, but she's going to have to battle a tough one on the other side.
And on the other side is one of the few players to score against Andover this year, Maddie Christian.
Maddie Christian, a junior bound for Penn State and that great hockey program on the women's side. Unbelievable stats, 24 goals, 11 assists this season, one of the leading point getters in the state at 35 points. And as you said, Jeremy, one of the few players who scored on Andover, scored twice on the power play against Andover. And so the Fighting Bluebirds are going to have to be aware of her on the power play, even strength, basically whenever she's on the ice, because she is that dangerous, and she's really the leader offensively for this Elk River Zimmerman Elks team.
And great to have high school sports back in action. A lot of these players, this will be their last game on the ice, so we'll see lots of seniors out there tonight getting a good skate. So early on, we'll see some lines a little disheveled, but they'll fall back into the routine after that.
Yep, senior night here in Elk River, and it should be a good one coming up, Jamie.
And we hope you stick with us. We got high school girls hockey coming up on CTN.
Nice hands, drives and scores.
Welcome back here on CTN Studios coverage of girls hockey here in Elk River. Jeremy Smith, Bill Hupp, as the girls are getting masked and helmeted up, getting ready to take the ice and play some hockey.
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing, Jeremy, when you think about it, the fact that they started the season in mid-January, and here we are in mid-March ready to end the regular season after, you know, both of these teams, it's their 18th game. And so getting in 18 regular season games, not quite a full season, but still a credit to both of these clubs and to the entire Northwest Suburban Conference that they were able to get in basically a full season or salvage what they could really from this regular season. And, you know, knock on wood, all the section play will be and state tournament play will be relatively healthy as well.
We get a shot of head coach Jim Coltes there for the Champlin Park Coon Rapids Fighting Bluebirds. CPCR yep. For short, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so it'll be interesting. I think he's going to look, Coach Coltes is going to look to see the boss on the other side, Brian Ballinger for Elk River Zimmerman. Both coaches looking for their teams to enter postseason play with some momentum by putting out a good performance tonight.
And we are ready for the puck to drop. Elks come out skating on that one, get it across the blue line as Kylie Scott skates back to try and clear that one out, but it's kept in by the Elks. Nice pass over, puck behind the goal, tried to clear out front, but bounced off the cage.
And we had delayed penalty coming up, a trip right off the bat. So basically 15 seconds into this first period. And Delaney Johnson, who we highlighted in the opener, just trying to be aggressive, ended up tripping Kylie Huseth and taking her down. So Elks go right on the power play, and they are good there this year, 14.3%.
And they already fired off one shot on goal there, went wide of the cage. Get it back up to the point, looking for an opening. Nice stop by Boucher there to keep that one out, but the rebound comes out front, and that is put in
Kylie Huseth.
Kylie Huseth.
And what happened there, Jeremy, is Sam Boucher tried to glove it, and if she'd held on, she would have taken the whistle. It would have been a face-off to her left. As it was, she dropped it, and it was right on the doorstep to be centered. We'll see a replay here, but ultimately you see the shot from the sharp angle from Christian. Couldn't be gloved. Getting over there, centering Cora Coes out in front. Huseth, 5-hole, and we've got a 1-0 game for Elk Rivers anyway.
31 seconds in, and the Elks take the lead. We'll get icing and a face-off down here.
31 seconds on the power play, and it really couldn't have started much worse for CPCR. But now they've got it. They've got possession, and so we'll see what they can do with it. Have to respond after going down early, and that's just talks about one of the keys, Jeremy, staying out of the penalty box.
Well, that penalty box definitely came into play earlier than we probably would have guessed.
Yeah.
In this game, as the Fighting Bluebirds are on the offensive end here, trying to make something happen. Elks defense there to grab the puck, trying to clear it out, but it's kept in on the far side boards. Little skirmish between a few players trying to get control there as the Elks skate behind their own net with that one. Passed up, but kept in. That one's fired back behind the net as the Bluebirds look to control. Get that out front, but the Elks manage to skate out with it. Comes off a player's skates, still bouncing around, and the Elks finally get control. They're back in neutral ice. Bluebirds grab that, skate it in, and the puck is left down along the near side boards before it's taken behind the net. In that far corner, the Elks get control, looking to pass it. It goes off a player. Great drop pass there, and an opportunity, not quite able to cash in. Maddie Christian had an opportunity there.
You would absolutely peg her to score every time on a breakaway like that, but she just lost control. Credit to Boucher for coming out and kind of poke checking it away. There's a one-timer, great save by Boucher.
And so more offensive pressure from the Elks here. That puck rolls around to the far side. Behind the net, Bluebirds looking to get control of that and get it out.
Interesting, both teams with extended offensive zone time, kind of trading opportunities right now.
And that's passed ahead, just ahead of the stick of Brooklyn Johnson as we get a partial line change right up there. Puck comes out and is dumped in. The Elks on the far side bring it up, trying to clear it out of the zone, and do manage to get it out past the blue line. Bluebirds poking it back in. So everyone gives chase. Down in the far corner there.
Great centering pass.
Through the front, but no one able to get a stick on it and direct it toward the net as that comes all the way back. And Bluebirds recover, and that's fired up. Kind of mishandled pass there as the Elks gain the zone, but turn it over. Opportunity here to dump the puck and get a partial line change for the Bluebirds, which they do. Elks bringing it around top of your screen now. Firing it through center ice, but kept in the zone by the Elks. Here's a shot. Nice stop by Boucher. Another shot goes wide of the cage. She doesn't know where the puck is, but she's got it tracked down now. Bluebirds on defense here in the near corner, trying to get that out of the zone. Elks with good offensive pressure here, as that one's tossed up over both players on the boards and cleared out. Elks now bringing it back up, trying to regain the zone. Lost it there, but able to get in cleanly. Nice pass ahead, that goes off the skates. It looks like Haley Jusala wasn't quite able to see where that puck was when it was passed up to her. Bluebirds get it out, but the Elks grab the puck right back. Skating up with speed, nice pass through the middle. That shot's just off the left side, and that wraps all the way around.
Cora Coes with some great vision right now. Already has her 6th assist of the season in this game, and right there, backhanded the pass across, just hopped over the stick of her teammate at the far post. Neither team really spending much time in the neutral zone. It's just one end or the other thus far, Jeremy.
A lot of action for both goalkeepers.
Well, not as much for the Elk River goalkeeper, but there is a lot of puck down in her end.
There are a lot of skaters down there.
Yeah.
No shots on goal yet.
CPCR just needs to start putting pucks on nets. Being outshot right now, 6-0.
Johnson trying to get that one out, but turns it over. Elks toss that one in on net. Boucher covers up, and we'll get a whistle.
Boucher is going to have attackers in her kitchen right around the crease area all night long. That's clearly something the Elks like to do. As you can see here, they just want to get pucks to the front. You'll see Christian waiting to pounce on that rebound if there was one.
Another shot
she
turned
makes
away.
another save and has to pounce on another puck. So really important, Jeremy, tonight that she controls her rebounds and make sure that she doesn't give the Elks second chances around the goal.
And on the other hand, you know, as a hockey player, sometimes that's the best you can do is fire it in and hope for one of those rebounds.
Absolutely, yeah, no, you want to put pucks on net, and sometimes you get a lucky bounce.
Nice
great
pass
opportunity.
Up for the Bluebirds, opportunity there, but just a little too far.
Good back checking. That prevented number 24, Molly Terabeza, from getting a shot off. But CPCR still giving too many opportunities up, but also trying to just settle into this game after giving up that early power play goal.
Trying to clear the puck out of their zone now on the far side in the corner. Elks giving chase, trying to pass that one through the middle, but the defense is there. Terabeza tips it up, and that does get out. Now it's out past the blue line. Elks looking to regather that up. They just flick the puck in. It's bounced up in the air by Kylie Scott. Delaney Johnson collides with her teammate there. Elks trying to come out with that one. Johnson kicks it ahead to herself, gains the blue line, fires that one in, and rolls behind the cage. Pass out front, broken up by the defense. Johnson flips that one back behind net. Comes on to the near side corner. Elks skating ahead with it. And Bluebirds grab that and fire it up. See a little line change action there for the Elks, as that's passed all the way over to the far side of the ice and poked up ahead by Brooklyn Johnson. Elks with the puck, skating behind their own net. Fired up to the top side, trying to get it out of the zone. Bluebirds able to keep it in for the moment, and then that's passed out. Elks skating through center ice, looking to pass to someone, but nobody there. Well, you said we didn't have much neutral zone time, and there we go. A couple minutes of back and forth between the blue lines.
Yep.
Elks gaining possession now. That one comes off a few sticks. Doesn't quite get towards its intended target. Tied up on the far side, but the Elks managed to get that one passed through the middle.
Starting to play better through the middle. They want to jam up the middle. They did that really well against Andover, and that's why it was 2-0 deep into the second period against the best team in the state. And so because they stayed disciplined and they didn't give up opportunities from great areas of the ice. We saw that early on, right? Kylie Huseth early on the power play got right to the front of the net and just had a tap in. There was nothing Sam Boucher could do. So they really want to prevent shots from key spaces in the ice where people tend to score.
And we'll see if after that goal, the Bluebirds are able to make that adjustment to kind of take that spot away.
Yep. And one of those spots obviously being the low slot right in front of the net where you can just get a tap in.
Not usually a spot you want to leave open anyway.
No, generally not.
Elks coming up ice with the puck now. Looking to gain the blue line. Get past some defense.
Kylie Scott's having a nice first period.
To break that up. Abby Peterson brings it behind net, dumps it forward for a teammate. As that one's fired ahead, up to the blue line and tapped up. Another partial line change for the Bluebirds as they send it around. 8:45 left here in the first. 1-0 game in favor of the Elks. Elks dump that puck in all the way around behind. That is Kylie Scott and Allison Fisher tying up in the corner, trying to get a hold of that one. It's knocked ahead. Still fighting for control of that puck on the near side boards here as it bounces around. The Bluebirds able to get that out of the zone. Good defense there on the blue line by the Elks to keep that in, as that's passed down the right side and dumped back behind close enough that Ashley Hess actually had to get her stick on that one.
Well, they're getting pucks in deep, but then they have to get bodies to the front of the net because they've centered it a couple times. They've put it out in front, but no one's been home, and so they need some support offensively in the zone when they get it in, when they get the puck in deep, because they're playing fundamentally like right now.
Dangerous pass there by the defense, almost turns into a turnover, but the Bluebirds are able to recover and send it down deep into the far end. Elks looking to clear that back out, and they do.
It's like they're getting the first couple parts of a really fundamental play. You want to get pucks in deep and then feed it out front as the play goes offside. But the key there after you get pucks in deep is to have bodies in front of the net crashing the net so you have easy opportunities. And we've seen Elk River take advantage of theirs. CPCR just now has to take advantage of theirs.
We'll get a face-off just outside the CPCR blue line. That one bounces around a little bit, but the Elks recover.
Not CPR, CPCR.
CPCR. Gotta be careful that one. Don't want to give anybody a heart attack.
No.
A little acronym joke for you there.
That's right.
The Elks,
it's a tip of the cap to Joe Young.
there you go. Yund officially. So that one's tapped out of play toward the bench. We'll get a face-off.
Well, it's like I always say, we're all just young at heart.
No question. No question. Those face-offs actually going to go all the way back down to the Elk River end.
CPCR listening to a little CCR.
Oh, geez. Wow. I confused myself here.
That's right. I just aged myself. That's what happened.
Well, if you say CCR as revival and not revisited, then you're even older, right?
Right.
Kylie Scott again, breaking up a play there, able to get that puck ahead. Delaney Johnson slaps that ahead. That is Brooklyn Johnson taking to the near side, but the Elks defense is there, able to poke it away. Turn that chance away. 8-1 in favor of the Elks for the shots on goal at this point. That puck goes through a lot of skates and ends up on the stick of the Elks. Blue line gained, but all 5 players on her. Skating around, that one's fired up and off the face mask of Boucher there. That's why they wear helmets, right?
A couple lasers from Cora Coes. Great save by Boucher, took it off the mask. And I was just about to talk about how Elk River hadn't gotten a shot on net in the last like 4 or 5 minutes. And then Coes absolutely blistered Boucher's mask, but she made the stop.
That pass just a little too far out in front of Harper Westgard. As the Bluebirds are able to get that out on defense. It's dumped back in, but recovered by the Bluebirds. Passed across height. Kylie Scott trying to get that one clear and get a stick down from an Elks player. They'll take that chance to swap half of their line. Scott bringing it up with speed now. She gains the blue line. Fires that one in, but it's deflected off the stick, so it doesn't end up on net, but just into the far corner, passed behind the net. Elks looking to grab that. 5:25 left to play here in the first.
Christian is just so fast.
Nice centering pass there and a chance, but not quite able to tip it in, and Lily Lassick on that one. Puck bouncing around still on the offensive side for Elk River. It's passed into the near corner. Poked away by Johnson. Passed back behind the net. Goes off the cage. Elks still controlling that puck. It goes all the way around, and that's going to get out. Probably not quite what they intended there, but fired back in off the near boards easily, and we'll get a whistle.
First lines hop out back on the ice for both teams with 4:46 left. Other than that one penalty, we really haven't had too many stoppages of play, Jeremy. It's been a pretty back and forth. And despite the fact that the Bluebirds are, trailing 9-1 in the shots category, they've had plenty of the puck. They just have to start finding those opportunities to get the puck on net, like right here.
Like you said, they got the first couple parts of that recipe. That one goes up high. Hess threw her glove up, but it went past her all the way back to the glass. Puck tied up in the near corner now. Elk's still looking to get it out as it's tied up. Finally poked away. Brought up and passed over to center ice.
You have to be very careful with these transition opportunities, too, with all the skilled top liners that Elk River Zimmerman has. Can easily give up a goal in that transition with the speed and skill.
Long pass there, goes all the way down. And Emma Olsen not quite able to catch up with it before it hits that last line. Got a face-off back here.
Jeremy, what do you think? Seems like CPCR has really kind of settled into this game after that initial first minute.
Yeah, after that penalty and that quick power play goal they gave up, it's been, like you said, pretty even back and forth. The shots on goal might not show it, but definitely time of possession, I think, would be a little closer to even than you would expect if you were just looking at the scoreboard.
Not quite time of possession like that Matamidi game, but
not quite, but pass and a chance there out front for the Elks as that puck is kept in the zone. Kylie Scott, again, having a great game so far. She grabs that one and passes it over to her teammate who's looking to clear it out. Back to Scott. Little move to make.
Very poised with the puck.
Offense miss there as she dumps it ahead, and that does get out as Johnson loses an edge there.
And we have a slash, I believe. So CPCR will go on the power play after that slash is called. Number 4 for the Elks, Harper Westgard. Fighting Bluebirds just 6.5% on the power play this season, and the Elks killing off 81%, so as we see the slash here.
Shout out to our replay crew for having all the action for us. This puck is bouncing around out front. A short-handed chance here for the Elks, centering pass. And that is put into the net easily by Maddie Christian, who takes that one up top to make it a 2-0 game on a short-handed goal.
I mean, the CPCR Bluebirds had a player there in between Christian and the assister, and the puck just bounced over her stick, as we'll see on this replay here. It's tracked down.
Just a great job.
Centering pass just hopped over the stick of Scott, and once it gets on the stick of Maddie Christian, she's going to make no mistake. That's Allison Fisher, 17 assists now on the season, and Christian just buried it shorthanded. Boucher went down, and Christian roofed it.
So we got about a minute and a half left in the power play and 3 minutes left in the period. Delaney Johnson coming out from behind her own net with the puck here, looking to gain that blue line. Hopefully try to get one back here while they still have that advantage. She skates out front, puts it in on goal, rebound, bounce, and shot through, but that goes all the way back. Elks looking to clear it as it wraps all the way back around to the top. Bluebirds in control, passing that one back around. Johnson to the near corner, looking for some help as she dumps it. Keeping it in the back there for some pressure. Finally a chance to slow down, get a pass out to the point. That one's fired in, through traffic all the way to the back wall. Sent back up to the point. That's passed behind the net, up off the glass. Johnson looking. Back up top, skating around, looking for a good opportunity here. 42 seconds left in this power play opportunity. First of the night for the Bluebirds. That one's tapped toward the goal, but Hess able to knock it away with the stick. Bluebirds have it now behind the net. They'll get a change of a player. That goes off a defender, bounces up off the wall, and is taken out past the blue line, but the Bluebirds are able to grab that, and we are going to get a penalty here. Is that a second one on Johnson?
It is, yeah. Johnson incredulous at the call, but she's going to spend more time in the box It's going to be 4-on-4 for 20 seconds, and then 1:40 of power play action for Elk River Zimmerman. And really, they just want to hang on as we see the penalty right here. Not sure, I think a hook is what's going to be the call. But this is important time. This is an important shift for the Bluebirds.
It is.
They cannot go down into the first intermission trailing 3-0, or they don't want to anymore.
Looks like that puck ended up in the bench area.
Technically, they can. I mean, anything's possible.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. You'd prefer not to.
You would prefer not to.
Absolutely.
2 seconds of 4-on-4 action. As we see Peyton Bolt, the sophomore, on the bench, and there's Erica Tyson, another senior wearing that alternate captain A. As the faceoff will come at center ice.
And that is knocked back. Kylie Scott grabs it and fires it all the way down off the stick of a defender on its way through though. 1:23 left here in the period. And the Elks now on the power play. Elks bring it up near corner, looking to pass that through the middle where they've been so dangerous. Brought behind the net, fired out, an open player. Nice pass through the middle, puck still loose out front. Boucher jumps out there, the puck is still loose. I'm not sure why they stopped play there.
Well, when the ref loses sight of the puck, they're gonna blow the whistle, and he lost sight of it there. It was underneath Boucher's pad, but again, fed out in front, and there was plenty of Bluebird defenders there, as you can see here. But a great job scrapping by Andy Huselid. 5 goals and 5 assists on the season. So fortunate that for CPCR that they got the whistle.
So just under a minute left to play here in the first. Elks in control on the power play. Kylie Scott breaks that one up and launches it all the way down to the other end.
She's been the best player on the ice tonight for CPCR and doing a great job on the penalty kill.
Absolutely something that they need, as this is the second time they've been shorthanded. Scott takes the puck at mid-ice there, denying an opportunity for the Elks. That one's dumped in, but there's an Elk there to pick it up. Chance here, looking great defense. Way to be in position there. Abby Peterson knocks it away. Back out front, Costin backhand, and a good save by Boucher to turn away that chance. Another pass through the middle. Boucher's on top of that, but the puck is loose out the backside. That is fired out and clears past the blue line. We're going to have, it looks like, another penalty here.
I believe that's going to be checking on Elk River, as one of the CPCR Bluebirds was checked hard into the board. Time has expired here in the first period, but we are going to have a penalty to start the second period, as CPCR fortunately does not give up a goal on that power play.
Well,
with just 7 seconds left.
Still have 7 seconds left, but looks like they are going to call that one on number 8.
Kylie Husef indeed delivered the check along the far boards, and a really exciting back and forth period. Bluebirds outshot 12-3, but really just special teams the difference after one period of play, Jeremy.
Well, after we saw most of the first go through with no penalties, we've got a flurry of 3 of them here in the last few minutes, but we'll be back with more coverage of the game right after this on CTN Sports.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Back here at the Furniture and Things Community Event Center. 2-0 lead for the Elks, the home team here. And it hasn't been as lopsided as the scoreboard would lead you to believe.
No, I mean, the Bluebirds outshot in that first period 12-3, but really it's their play on special teams that has them down 2-0, giving up a goal 31 seconds into the game on a power play, and then a shorthanded goal later, as we'll see in the highlights.
Yeah, we'll take a look at those highlights from the first period right now. Well, we got a chance during intermission here. And there is that power play goal, 31 seconds into the game, as Bill mentioned. Lots of action. 10 saves for Boucher as she saw some rattle off her cage. And then a short-handed goal.
And I mean, once it gets on the stick of Maddie Christian, that close to the net, there's just very little your defense can do. So the key in the second period, I think, for the Fighting Bluebirds is to stay out of the penalty box and get more pucks on net themselves. I mean, they had plenty of offensive zone time in that first period, Jeremy, but only 3 shots, and they have to test the Elk River Zimmerman goalie a little bit more than they did in that first period.
Well, they'll have a chance to start out on the power play here. We'll have 4-on-4 for 3 seconds, but then a minute 57 of power play for the Fighting Bluebirds when we come back.
Wash your hands. Scrub them while you sing this song. Wash. Rub your hands and fingers and the places in between. Using soap and water makes your hands so clean. Wash your hands. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now dry.
Wash your hands for 20 seconds, just like Elmo.
And we are back for the beginning of the second period here. 2-0 the score right now. We're going to start out with some 4-on-4 hockey for 7 seconds, not 3.
As Kylie Huseth hops into the box after she took a penalty as the period ended, that first period. So now CPCR is Delaney Johnson hops out of the box, and now the Fighting Bluebirds go on the power play. Give up a shorthanded goal in that first period, obviously hoping to have things go a little better this period.
Yeah, this is their second opportunity tonight. Their power play has not been very strong this year, as almost a shorthanded chance there for the Elks again. That one is passed up ahead. And the Bluebirds still trying to gain the offensive zone here.
Got to skate, got to move your feet.
There you go, that's passed to the middle, but caught up in the skates.
There's a shot.
Hess turns that one away, but good shot on goal for the Bluebirds. That one's passed all the way through the crease and all the way around.
Sometimes you can be too fine looking for that perfect opportunity, just pass it, overpass it a little bit. And I don't think it's necessarily what CPCR did in the first period, but you can run that risk. And so maybe the message in the locker room was just put pucks on net, don't wait for that perfect chance, but create opportunities by forcing Hess to make saves.
They're going to get a chance here, it looks like, as they set up behind the net on the Elk River side of things. 38 seconds left in the power play. Bluebirds still trying to get a good clean shot. That PK unit for the Elks definitely doing their job.
Yeah, 81% and improving. Just 24 seconds left on the player advantage here for CPCR.
That's dumped way up ice and picked up by the Bluebirds. Dumped toward the net, but just pass. The side of Hess. The Bluebirds grab that. 5 seconds left. We'll see if they take another shot from up at the point. That one's tossed in and off the stick of Johnson, but not able to deflect it toward net as we're back to even strength. Elks recover that, fire it out. They're looking for an offensive opportunity here. Skating down, that one's fired in, but off to the left a little too far.
Just a single shot on that power play, but better from CPCR.
Yeah, only 3 official shots in that first period, so nice to actually get that going a little earlier here in the second. So 14:30 left here in the second.
I'd expect a bounce back period from Delaney Johnson, as I believe we've got interference. So once again, Elk River Zimmerman going back on the power play.
And that one is going to be called on Kennedy Bolander. We'll get another look at it here.
And she just, as you see, just kind of hip checks her way into Claire Flahaven. And impeding her path and drawing the penalty. So again, Kylie Scott and company going to have to do some work to kill this penalty.
Officials have definitely been busy on the whistles here for the last stretch of play. Nice pass across ice, tap back to the middle, opportunity, but the defense is there to turn that one away.
Well, here we go.
Short-handed chance, Delaney Johnson fires that in, but Hess able to snake that one.
And Delaney Johnson can do that. She has scored some short-handed opportunities this year, and right at the top of that penalty kill unit, she has the speed to get down the wing, and right there forcing Hess to make a save. Hess with a nearly 92.920 save percentage coming in. So, I mean, CPCR, or Elk River, I should say, just giving up 2.88 goals per game, which is pretty good at the high school level.
Elk River on the advantage here. That's passed back up to the point.
Especially when you consider that Elk River Zimmerman's played Andover twice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which can affect your goals against average for sure.
Definitely skews your stats a little bit.
Yeah, they can.
That puck is still in the offensive end, but none other than Kylie Scott able to get that clear and bring it down the ice.
A little chip and chase, and this is just classic penalty kill tactics, right? Get it in deep and just kill valuable seconds as they've just 55 seconds left on the power play. Good kill on this in this penalty for CPCR.
And definitely what the Bluebirds need, as the Elks' Allison Fisher brings the puck up on the near side and dumps it into the back. Looking to get a partial line change here to take advantage of this last 30 seconds. They do change out all 5 skaters.
Yeah, completely new unit on the ice, and just fundamental hockey, getting in deep and then allowing your forecheckers to get on the ice.
That's passed up to the point. Fired in on goal past the defender, but turned away. Try to wrap around as Boucher covers up there. We're going to whistle.
Yeah, nice shot by Boucher, sliding over to cover that near post, not allow that shorthanded opportunity, or that short-sided opportunity, I should say. And right there, that's a save she can make all day. She's got no traffic in front, can see the puck all the way. And then here, it's just a matter of, just staying disciplined.
Kelsey
and
Anderson
down.
trying to poke it in there, but staying down and keeping the door closed. So 5 seconds left in the power play. Looks like that will be the end of it. Good special teams shift for the Bluebirds as that pass goes over the middle. Luckily, no one there to tap that one in for the Elks.
Just out of the reach of Bolander.
Bounced just over her stick. We'll get a whistle for the icing here.
And we see that sometimes, Jeremy, right out of the box, just tapping the stick on the ice at center ice and getting a long stretch pass ahead. Sometimes that hit-ahead pass can make the difference, but already 2 shots in this period for the Fighting Bluebirds with not even 5 minutes gone by.
2 for each team at this point, so
yeah.
little bit more even.
Yeah, that's right, and they've killed off a penalty, which both teams have killed off a penalty, so.
Puck at center ice. Dropped back in the offensive end for the Bluebirds, but the Elks able to grab that. And they're looking to clear that out. Bodies on the ice, and the Bluebirds keep the puck in. Send it around back behind the net. Going to skate and clear there. A little miscommunication maybe on the Elks side to decide who was taking that one out. Passed ahead, but grabbed and dumped right back in. We're going to get an offside here. As Molly Terabeza was still in the offensive zone when that puck got tossed back in there.
The draw will take place at center ice.
A shout out to the officials. I think hockey officials are the bravest officials of any sport. They're right in there in the action all the time. I would be terrified of just getting hit.
You don't see that as much, I feel like, as you might expect. They do a nice job of staying out of the way and still officiating the action.
That last attempt at the shot there by CPCR. Good defense by M. Keller to get her stick down and deflect that away as the Elks have it behind their own net.
We talked about how they're trying to prevent Elk River Zimmerman from getting in positions where they can score. And that's what CPCR has to do. They have to get players to areas that are dangerous and then find those players. Right now, they're just really getting shots off in transition, like that shorthanded opportunity that Johnson had.
A little back and forth neutral play as teams are switching lines. Elks trying to get that one cleared out, but good aggressive play by the Bluebirds to keep it down here in this end. Nice stick work along the boards to take that puck away from the Elks. Floating around in neutral ice there.
Really good poke checking, keeping sticks on the ice.
Nice little drop pass, but not able to get a shot off. And Bluebirds looking to get in front of that one. Chance for the deflection for Julia Wilson, but that's knocked away.
Pad save and
pass
they
it
had
out front
traffic
again.
in front.
Loose puck clears out, and the Elks will go back to recover it. Well, harassment there, but all good and clean. Make sure that they didn't get a clean opportunity. Gaucher back behind her net, leaves the puck for the defense, and we're going to get an offside whistle. So stoppage and play with 9:39 here.
Sorry for stepping on you earlier, Jeremy,
we're
but yeah, there was a dangerous opportunity. Julia Wilson was right on the doorstep, the sophomore winger, and fortunately the pad save took the puck to the corner and away from her. But again, Bluebirds cannot let the Elks set up shop right in the doorstep of their goaltender.
That one's dumped toward the middle, but Kylie Scott's there to skate it out of danger into the near side corner. That one's fired all the way around, and it goes past the Elks stick. No icing call on this one as the Elks will be first back to get it, trying to pass it behind their own net, but loses the puck. Pass out front, off the skate of a defender, but not able to get a stick on it are the Bluebirds. Puck dumped back behind the net again. Delaney Johnson's back there trying to get a hold of it. She's met by Huseth. Both players down to the ice. Elks able to recover defensively and pass that ahead. Trying to clear the zone, but it's kept in by Kylie Scott, who dumps it all the way back behind the net. Elks grab it. That bounces just past the blue line, out of play. Or out of the offensive end, rather. Not out of play. We would have heard a whistle for that one. Scott decides to bring it up herself. Passes it up to a teammate, dragging some skates to stay on side there, and they do. That goes off a defender's stick, high up off the glass, but remains in play, not quite to the netting. Passed ahead to a teammate. Might be an opportunity here for the Elks, but nice job by the defense to get in the way there and knock that out. They're coming the other way for CPCR. Jaden Herr brings that one down. He's turned back over to the Elks. A lot of back and forth in this one. Passed over the middle. Nice lazy rolling puck. Shot on goal, but Boucher there to cover it up. That was a dangerous one.
Yeah, it sure was. The bouncing puck, unable to be settled, but ultimately Claire Flayhaven tracks it down in the right corner and then backhands it, and Christian from the slot, dangerous opportunity. Spilled the rebound a little bit, but Boucher was able to dive on it. And meanwhile, on the other end, exactly what we're talking about is Abby Ness went right to the front of the net. Johnson found her, just could not convert. As again, Ness tracking it down in the near side corner here.
Ness brings it behind the net and is met by two defenders. And the Elks defense able to grab that, but that pass a little too far up ahead of Westgard. Bluebirds trying to get an offensive opportunity here. Delaney Johnson behind the net, puts it out front. Great defense to make sure that one doesn't get out in front of the goalie.
Coraco's assisting and defending, just kind of watching that crease area in front, trying to intercept passes.
Pass out front and a chance, but off a defender.
Off
again,
of Coes.
Bodies in the way. Great job by the Elks defending that area in the middle. That pass intercepted but turned over. Elks now cross the blue line on the offensive end, trying to make something happen there. That shot goes high and wide, passed out front, but not able to get her stick on it. Sent through to the middle, and a nice steal there. Chance for the Bluebirds, back and forth, and the defense is there. We'll have a whole mess of people into the net, and we'll get a stoppage in play.
I'm wondering, I mean, I guess we'll see if we get a potential penalty shot. I don't know. Definitely a penalty, as Cora Coes is going to go for that one, taking down number 22, Brooklyn Johnson. So Coles will go for that for the trip. Not a penalty shot, but certainly that's what's
being discussed.
is asking, is
explained
saying
right now. Yep.
Yeah, because he's wondering why.
Why is that not a penalty shot?
Yeah, why wasn't that's a direct goal scoring opportunity? That's effectively a breakaway that Cora Coes has thwarted. So he's thinking it should be a penalty shot. It's just going to be a power play. We'll see it again here as look at Delaney Johnson skating onto her, beg your pardon, Brooklyn Johnson, and she just gets bowled over from behind by 22 and 24, Huselit and Coes. I think he's got a legitimate gripe there. Regardless, the Bluebirds are on the power play with an opportunity to have this lead.
Delaney Johnson up to the top for Scott. Scott fired us in off a stick, but deflected away just outside. Bluebirds retain possession. Pass back behind the net and back up to Scott at the point. Scott drops it back in. Chance there through traffic. No one able to get a stick on it again as it's fired through. Dumped back behind the net. Elks doing a good job on the PK so far tonight, looking to keep that up, and Bluebirds looking to get on the board here. Still a 2-0 game with 6 minutes left to play. 1:20 left on this third power play attempt. That bounces off the glove of Hess, but she's able to get right back on top of it.
This is their best power play of the night, Jeremy, without question. They've got 2 shots on the power play now, as you see this sharp angle effort right here from Tara Beza, and nearly bobbled and went going into the goal by Hess. But really what they're doing is getting bodies in front, and so they're getting traffic in front of Hess, not allowing her that clean vision of those shots, and they're also not giving up shorthanded opportunities themselves. So definitely the best effort on the power play tonight for CPCR.
Delaney Johnson skates it back up to the point herself, dragging a skate, firing that one in. Hess turns it away. Bluebirds, another chance again here, fired through a bunch of traffic all the way to the back. Kylie Scott passes it back up to Johnson. Johnson's going to throw that one back over to Scott. Scott with a chance, drags her stick, fires it. Puck still loose out front, and the Elks are able to knock that one away and clear it out of the offensive zone. CPCR with 30 seconds left on this power play. Great move there to gain the offensive end by Scott. That comes through behind. Bluebirds in control of the puck with 15 seconds left. See if they get another shot. That one's fired hard all the way to the back. Rebounded a short angle, but not able to make that for the Bluebirds. Passed back up to the point. Delaney Johnson hits that, but great defense to get her body in the way. That one's fired through the crease, but no one there to tip that one in, and we're back to even strength with the Elks streaking up the near side. Shot fired in, saved by Boucher as Scott tosses that ahead. Bluebirds on the near side with the puck, looking for an opportunity. Great defensive positioning there by the Elks. 4 players back in a perfect square, and they shut that down. Might have been a rhombus, but looked pretty square from here. Shot, opportunity, and goal for the Elks to take a 3-0 lead with 4:08 left here in the second.
What a huge momentum swing. They kill off that penalty on Coes. CPCR was buzzing on that power play, and Allison Fisher comes back down a couple minutes later and scores as she kind of weaves to the outside and just kind of jams at the rebound. Boucher made the initial save, but the rebound, as you can see on this replay, was jammed home. Made the stop, and again, spilling those rebounds, Jeremy, that's ultimately what makes the difference. But you look at the shots in this period, CPCR with twice as many as they had in the entire first period. And so the play has been much better. They look so good on that power play. Just weren't able to convert. Hess able to make a couple saves. And now they find themselves trailing by 3 goals.
Down 0-3, looking to gain the offensive zone here. Elks have now scored on a power play, shorthanded and at even strength. Nice balanced effort, right?
The hat trick.
Elks bring it
drop
up
pass.
ice, drop through the middle, but no one there to take advantage of it. See some more bodies sliding around on the ice. Delaney Johnson back behind her own net.
Johnson's had a much better second period, as we expected her to after that first period where she took a couple penalties. She has been much more solid in this second period in terms of controlling the puck and getting her teammates involved in the offense.
Good defensive positioning from
Oh,
Cozy
beautiful
to
move.
turn away that last chance. And that shot from Kennedy Bolander goes off of Hess. Back down to the other end. Kylie Scott with the puck. Skating through traffic, looking for someone to drop it to. That's fired down, and Hess decides to cover that one up rather than let it slide around.
It was just a great move by Kennedy Bolander with speed through the right circle and fired it up high, forced Hess to come up and make sort of a shoulder save. But Hess, to her credit, has stopped all 11 shots she's faced tonight.
So 2:30 left here in the second period. CPCR looking to make some noise, try and get on the board before the third. Puck tied up back behind the net here and finally knocked loose. CPCR passing it out to the middle, but again, good defensive position. Oh, there's a couple of chances for the Bluebirds, but Hess there to turn that away. That puck dumped in, but off the side of the cage. Bluebirds try to pass it back behind, but the Elks are there to grab that and fire it back up top. Not a clean shot there for Scott.
Bluebirds out shooting the Elks in this period 10-8.
Scott brings the puck up here, met with some resistance, just trying to keep it down in the offensive end, skates all the way behind the net, fires it through the middle, there's a chance, open shot off the side of the cage. Puck is still loose and bouncing around with Hess down on the ice. I don't know if the Bluebirds are gonna see a better chance
How
than
did
that
they
one.
not score? The goalie was down. It was a great feed across by Scott. Now another opportunity. Oh, and a good glove save. And she ultimately hangs on. But on this end, as you see in the highlights here, Hess made a couple stops, but that was a great look across by Scott. As we see this chance here, Scott gets it in deep, carries it goal line extended, throws it in front. Opportunity for Tara Beza. Couple saves, a couple bodies on the ice, including Cora Coes. And ultimately, it remains goalless thus far tonight for CPCR. But they are getting quality looks, as we said. 11 shots in this second period.
Elks bringing it down as Boucher pokes it aside. Just under a minute left here in the second. As the puck is knocked back to center ice. Bluebirds trying to gain the offensive zone, dump it in and get a quick line change. That's passed ahead for the Elks. Allison Fisher brings it up on the near side, skates behind all the way through, looking for someone to pass to, nobody there. Drops it off for a teammate who fires it into traffic. Two players go down to the ice for CPCR. Boucher covers up and we'll get a whistle.
Bolander took the worst of that as she's favoring that right leg, blocking that shot. Hockey players so tough when they put their bodies on the line to defend, and she skates off gingerly. Hopefully she's all right. Just 18.6 seconds left in the period.
Puck drops for the face-off. Elks control it. That's tossed in through some traffic and out front, but the Bluebirds able to recover the rebound. 3-on-2 opportunity. Bluebirds gain ice. However, the Elks in another great defensive position to stop that chance. Elks recover the puck and kill off the remaining few seconds of the period. So after two, Elk River leads 3-0. We'll be back with highlights there from the second period. Shortly after this, you're watching CTN Sports.
Throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader.
And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Highlights from the second period here.
And right away, number 16, Allison Fisher, gets a goal to go along with her assist tonight, following up her shot that had been saved. She just taps it in for the only goal of the second period. But CPCR was not without their chances, as you see here, jamming at it in front, couple opportunities. Unfortunately, they couldn't get a puck past Ashley Hess. And so we remain scoreless for the Bluebirds. She was down there, and they just could not elevate the puck. So as we get set to start this third period of play, the Fighting Bluebirds find themselves down by 3 goals.
3 goals, that deficit. Even strength to start this period. Last period was a little bit different story. But we'll see if they can stay out of the box this time. Here in the third.
Yep, and at this point for both teams, it's just about building on what you've done so far and trying to end the regular season on a positive note with something to build on for postseason play, which starts next week for both teams on Tuesday.
Yeah, the Bluebirds already know they'll be facing Rogers.
Yep, the winner of that game gets to face top seed Maple Grove. And the ice might be too wet here. So hence the stoppage in play. Their refs are examining the area near the Bluebirds' goal. So both teams just kind of milling about. Elk River heading back to their bench. Zamboni did its thing, maybe too well, Jeremy. I don't know.
Maybe it did.
But right now, just both teams just trying to, or both groups just trying to get their footing. All the players trying to just scuff up the ice a little bit.
Bluebirds
so that they can get back to play.
Helping out their goalie there by. This is the only time you want to do some slashing on the ice there, right?
That's right, that's right. Now
Play stopped, yeah.
When you talk to someone before the game, the Elks can be either a 3, they can be anywhere from a 3 to a 5 seed.
That's right.
Obviously, the win tonight, if they can hang on, helps their case to be that 3 seed. But they're in a tough section with the likes of Forest Lake and the defending state champions in Andover. So no easy task for them.
And it looks like we're going to have to wait a little bit for that wet ice to dry out. In the meantime, we will head to break. We'll be right back with hockey as soon as we're ready to stake it.
Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash your hands. Scrub them while you sing the song. Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash. Rub your hands and fingers and the places in between. Using soap and water makes your hands so clean. Wash your hands. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now dry.
Wash your hands for 20 seconds, just like Elmo.
We are back with some dry ice, but not that kind of dry ice. Hockey ice that's dry enough to skate on as the puck drops here in the third. 3-0 lead for the Elks as CPCR is looking to make something happen offensively. We'll see how much more aggressive they get. The Elks are the ones with the puck right now, skating across, little drop pass. Good defensive positioning there by Abby Peterson to make sure that chance doesn't get through the middle. That's fired in from a near angle, but behind the net. Boucher doesn't have to make a save on that one as it's tied up along the boards on the far side. Elks controlling the puck still. That one's set down through the middle, but taken by Delaney Johnson, who sends it ahead. Tossed in, but the defense gets a stick on it, so no shot on goal there as it's passed around the near side by the Elks. Looking to clear that out of the end. Delaney Johnson still fighting her way to get on the score sheet tonight. That puck bounces around the back. Elks get a line change.
Bluebirds actually outshot the Elks in the second period, 11-9. And they've got another puck on net to start the third, beg your pardon.
Don't know if that counts as a powerful shot there, just kind of slid in there. That's about as much heat as I would get on a shot if I were trying.
But yeah, the point is they're getting pucks in deep, they're getting pucks on the net, and they just need to beat Ashley Hess, I beg your pardon, at some point to have a chance to come back in this game.
That one's slapped in, but not a clean shot. Picked up, passed through the front, but nobody home.
That's something the Elks are doing a really nice job of, is blocking shots and just having bodies in front to get in the way. That's a good shot. Again, forcing a save from Tara Beza, who is the team's leading goal scorer with 7 on the season. So she's one of the prime candidates to find the back of the net.
Absolutely.
Her and Delaney Johnson as well.
It's a rare opportunity there where Hess didn't cleanly save it. It bounced off and there was a rebound chance, but nothing happened. Elks able to get a hold of that one. Still trying to clear it out, and they do. Elks on the near side, passed off the boards, sent ahead, bounces off the back, in behind the net. Elks still in control of that one. Johnson able to tip that one ahead to herself, gain the zone, skates through the middle but loses it. Chance at a backhand shot there, but not quite able to capitalize as that puck is knocked around out front. Bounces out, Kylie Scott's there to collect it. Tries to skate it back in, kicks it ahead to herself across the blue line, but the Elks grab that down on the near side. Couple pokes there, shot fired in, and Boucher there to grab that one.
Nice job by Boucher, not surrendering a rebound, but you see, as we get a look at this, forcing the play wide, and then when she gets the angled shot, Boucher's cut down the angle at the top of the crease and then doesn't allow the rebound to spill. But we're seeing the Bluebirds come out playing very similar as they did in the second period. They just need to sort of have that finishing touch around the net.
Puck comes through center ice here. Elks able to get it into the offensive zone. Kylie Scott fighting up on the top side. Puck's loose out front. Short angle on that one. Boucher there to make sure there wasn't
and
a
what
way
you're
to
noticing,
get that one in. Yeah.
What you're noticing, Jeremy, too, is they're forcing shots from the outside, forcing them to shoot with those tight angles, with those sharp angles, and that makes it easier for Boucher to come out, as we said, cut down the angle, and then make the save. So they're not allowing shots from that sort of between the rings area that is so tough.
We will get an offside here. That puck was loose and bouncing as players crossed the blue line.
But, you know, if the score stays the same, we're going to look at special teams. The fact that CPCR was 0 for 4 on the power play, and then the fact that they gave up a power play goal and a shorthanded goal, that may ultimately end up being the difference. But still a lot of hockey to play, 14 minutes left in the third.
Elks tap it into the offensive zone, slides all the way around the boards down to the near corner here. Tara Beza trying to get that one out there. Little contact from the players here, but nothing you wouldn't expect with play along the boards. Great camera work there by our crew. Passed up to the point, through traffic, bouncing around, and ultimately sliding wide right of the net. That's passed up and around and kept in the zone. Elks looking to get a pass through there. A little collision, no whistle. Up on the top of your screen there. That one's passed through the middle, but good defensive position to get a stick on the ice and get that one out of there. Tara Beza brings that one up, dumps it, and we'll get a line change. As we also have a player stick sitting out near center ice. That puck bounces ahead. Elks to control, looking for a pass through the middle here. Skates around behind. Left back up at the point of the blue line. Good defensive stick there. Make sure that shot didn't go on goal. Scott sends it around the bottom, and the Bluebirds look for a pass ahead, but that one's just a little too far out in front of Daniel Carlson. We're going to stop in play. That extra stick cleaned up off the ice. 12:40 left to go. Well, Bluebirds need to be a little more aggressive. Like you said, they've got 2/3 of the formula. They're getting the pucks in deep. They're getting the passes through the middle, but nobody's there to tap them home.
Yeah, and ultimately, it's time to start taking chances, trying to leak out like right here, because, you know, you're down 3 with 12.5 left to play. Oh, big check delivered. We got a penalty coming up. Big check delivered to knock Abby Ness off the puck.
Beautiful
Hopefully
pass
Ness
by
is okay. That's the second penalty by Kylie Huseth. And it's the second checking penalty, so Kylie Huseth likes the physical game as the alternate captain loses her stick and is trying to shake it off. She got absolutely drilled, and, you know, Huseth saw that she had the angle, and so she just came over and body checked her, so didn't just play the body.
Power play attempt here. Covered up by Hess out front.
I mean, they won the draw and they got the puck on net. They did exactly what you want to do, but this is a critical power play, needless to say, Jeremy. They need to get on the scoreboard to have any chance in this game.
Bluebirds trying to wrap that one around behind and poke it in.
Bolander's had a nice game, too. I would say Bolander and Scott have been the two best players on the ice tonight for the Bluebirds. As you see the wraparound attempt. And that actually looked like really a feed in front, but nobody was there. Or she tried to wrap it around and then just lost it off her stick. But again, forces a draw down in the Elk River end.
The Bluebirds with the puck. Kylie Scott bringing it up. She tosses it in. Hess wraps it up again. Might keep putting those pucks on net.
Yeah, again, making Ashley Hess work. You know, a clear chance, but again, the deeper you drift, obviously the tighter the angle and the more accurate your shot is going to have to beat a goaltender from that angle. But, you know, already 5 shots in this period.
Almost 6, but the defense is able to get their stick on that one, pop it up into the air. Bluebirds still with the puck in the offensive end on the power play. Here's a shot chance. That one's a little bit too high.
Gotta hit
too
the
much
net.
Sugar on it from Terabeza. As that's sent all the way down ice. We'll have a little bit of a race. Scott looking to get position on that one.
Oh, Fisher, what a great job on the forecheck. Centered it, nobody was home. And back comes Delaney Johnson, re-entering the zone.
She holds up to wait for the rest of her teammates. Drops that down to the back.
Another good power play for CPCR. They just got to get the puck past Hess somehow.
48 seconds left here in that power play as they're going to clear the zone again. And the PK unit for the Elks has been great tonight. Perfect so far.
Yep. Bolstering that 81% kill percentage on the year. As the long stretch pass gets it back into the zone for the Bluebirds.
Bluebirds looking to get set up here. Just skating with the puck, looking to get an opportunity. Haven't had a shot in a minute. Only 13 seconds left. That's tossed back up to the point. Slapped into traffic. Elks have a stick on it. That's turned away. And with 3 seconds left, that's going to do it for the power play. Long shot here to the left of Boucher. We're back to even strength.
Yeah, again, we talked about special teams. Not only do we has CPCR conceded a shorthanded and a power play goal tonight, but as Fisher with a nice pass, good recovery there by Johnson, but not only has its penalty kill done a job, as here's a great chance.
Turned over, but not able to keep it on her stick is Carlson.
Oh my gosh.
Puck still loose down there, and finally we get a whistle as Hess covers it up on the side.
Carlson with a great opportunity, a great centering pass. She lost it initially and then centered it. Nobody was home. It's kind of been the story of the night for CPCR, but like I was saying, not only have the Elks, I think, killed, what, 5 penalties now? 4 penalties?
Yep.
not only are they 5 for 5 on the kill, but they also have a power play goal, and as we said, a shorthanded goal. So the special teams has been the difference in this hockey game thus far with 9:50 left to play.
Elks bringing it up now across center, right? But that's intercepted by Kylie Scott, who's going to bring it in, slap it hard, but the defense is there, and it goes up into the netting. We'll get another whistle.
Again, bodies in front, bodies in the way of these shots, defenders making those sacrifices that we talk about hockey players making, and those shot blocks just make such a difference, as shots would definitely be even were it not for those. And again, how many shots have CPCR had in this period that haven't reached the net?
Puck coming up to the near corner as players are fighting for it. Kylie Scott looking to clear it out. Elks up there to keep it in the zone. Skidded in, pass through the middle. Puck bounces through the crease, but out the other side.
Great job by Shelby Julian, the sophomore, of tying up number 4 for Elk River Zimmerman in front. Just really not letting Harper Westgard get good position.
So Elks look to regroup back in their own end. Pass off the boards and across through the middle. Not quite what she intended, but it gets the job done. Line change in progress. Hard time to bring the puck up that side of the boards. A lot of traffic there with players coming and going.
Yeah.
But the Bluebirds end up with it behind Elk River's net. Passed out front. Taken away by the Elks. Great defensive positioning again. Being in the right place to make sure that their goaltender has an easy night.
Again, there's just nothing but red and white jerseys there. Too often.
Johnson sends that up the boards all the way out. Past the blue line to clear it. Off the skates, we're going to have a
tripping
trip
penalty.
here.
Yeah.
And that's going to give Elk River another power play opportunity.
What number penalty is that tonight for?
I think that's only 4, if my unofficial stats are correct.
So 4th penalty taken for CPCR. Obviously the first one of the game on Delaney Johnson resulted in a goal in about 10 seconds, but critical to keep this a 3-goal game if they can.
Puck loose there, but the Elks get it, pass it up to the blue line. Bluebirds looking to kill this penalty off. 3-0, 8:12 left to play. Pass down to the near side as the Elks lose control of it, but get it again behind the Bluebirds net. Stick drag, covered up by Boucher. Nice shot there, but right into the basket, as they say.
But again, it's a shot from a low angle, from a sharp angle, and it's going to be hard to beat the goaltender from there.
Bluebirds doing a good job getting in the way. Johnson kicks it ahead to herself with speed coming through, but sends it a little too far ahead for herself. Still fighting to get that one back here. Elks regain partial control, but don't regain the zone quite yet. Kylie Scott skates up, she grabs that. Gains the offensive zone, 2-on-1 opportunity here. She sends it through the middle, shot, and a short-handed goal for the Bluebirds, puts them on the board.
Erica Tyson, the alternate captain on her last regular season game, the senior. Erica Thiessen, I should say. The senior gets the goal. Great assist from Kylie Scott. As you see the goal here, Scott, the 2-on-1, really a 3-on-1, passed it across, and just sneaking inside that right post. Great vision. Look at Scott waiting. And then the one-timer for the alternate captain to just blast it past Ness, or Hess, rather. And so Bluebirds still in it with a fighting chance. 7:25 left to go in the game.
Real aggressive here, even though they're shorthanded for another 56 seconds. Elks looking to set up, but turn the puck over again. Bluebirds dump it back in there.
And you know, she doesn't get an assist on it, but Delaney Johnson starting that forecheck, getting it in deep, and then not letting the Elks get set up on the other end on the power play makes such a difference. And you know, I haven't seen Maddie Christian out there in a while. Haven't called her name certainly all this period. I think she may have just hopped on the ice, but you would think we would have seen her have an effect on the power play. And I just don't know that we haven't called her name yet this period.
Well, if you're the Bluebirds, that's definitely something you'd prefer, right?
Well, certainly a talented player, no question about it. So, and they look like they are missing something on the power play. So, not sure as we're back to even strength if Christian is just out there. But great move by Kylie Scott to get free as she speeds through the neutral zone.
Passed ahead, but not quite in the right spot as to avoid an offside. They check up. Elks coming off the bench from a line change. Get the offensive zone, skating through traffic. Great job to keep the puck there by Jusala. Long pass ahead, goes off Johnson, just misses the cage, and we'll get an icing call there. So 5:46 left. 3-0 feels a lot different than 3-1. At 3-1, you're only a goal away from being able to pull your goalie, right?
Yep, shots in this period 6-4 in favor of the Bluebirds. So they very well may end up having the same number of shots as Elk River Zimmerman. Again, just those couple special teams goals, but really 3 of the 4 goals tonight in the game total have been on special teams, including 2 shorthanded goals. How often do we say that, Jeremy?
It's not often you see it in the same game.
No.
As that shot is deflected by Hess off her stick up into the netting, so we'll get
half the goals shorthanded goals.
There you go.
Right now, but
so far,
but certainly the Bluebirds feeling confident with just 5:34 left.
4 goals in the game and only 1 came at even strength. That's a weird stat.
Yeah, exactly.
The Bluebirds keeping up the offensive pressure here. As Del Castillo is harassed behind the net there, gets it up top. That one's tossed through traffic, almost heading near side. It's loose out front. Players poking at it. And the pressure from the Bluebirds offensively here has been exactly what they need.
Yeah, no question about it. And they're getting pucks to the net. They have players in front. As you'll see here, Bolander gets it on net. And a couple players, including Del Castillo in front. Just a goal on the season, but she's in the right spot. And if you get yourself in the right positions, in the right places, more often than not, good things are going to happen. Great centering pass again. Just went under the stick of Abby Ness.
Offensive shorthanded chance here for the Elks as they skate it down and in. She's met up in the corner, and it's poked away ultimately by the Bluebirds, but kept in the zone by the Elks. That one's tossed in through traffic, but Boucher able to grab it, stop play.
Yeah, I see Coes out there, and I see what I think would be. Yeah, Coes is still out there, and Huselit as well, but Christian has not been on the ice as far as we can remember in the 3rd period. So
Bluebirds clear that out over to center ice. Looking to gain offensive possession here. 4:33 left to play. Delaney Johnson through center ice with it. Gains the line, but loses the puck. Gets it back. Tosses that one in at a weird angle. Good crossing pass, but no one there. Johnson sends it back. That's tipped out in front. And another save for Hess.
And Hess, to her credit, is controlling her rebounds. I mean, there are Bluebirds there ready to tap in the puck, and unfortunately the action's been all down on the opposite end from us, but couple players there. Delaney Johnson jamming at it, Brooklyn Johnson as well, trying to just dig at those loose pucks, but Hess has been covering them up.
Great job there, just the glove hand down with 2 players trying to poke it out of there.
Yeah.
I think we got,
I think they tried to get a change. Is sure if it's, yeah, the captain hops back on the ice. The wry smile.
Smile on Koz's face there. Trying to get away with one, but the officials are too smart for it.
You know, they're probably tired, played a lot, been on the ice a lot. Late in the 3rd period.
4 minutes left to go here in the 3rd. Good defensive play from who else? Kylie Scott to prevent the Elks from gaining the offensive zone.
She's been the first star in my book for the Bluebirds tonight.
There she is again fighting for the puck. Bluebirds with the puck down in the offensive zone. Trying to get something to happen here, down 3-1. As this puck slides out past the blue line, is dumped back in. Puck still loose near center ice. Bluebirds trying to get it, skate around each other. Delaney Johnson on the far side. She's going to toss a shot in.
Good blocker
Save
save.
there from Hess as that's tossed up. Still kept in though. Tossed through traffic to the front, but another defender in the right place to make that stop as that's fired back over.
Now it's the Elks that are having a difficult time clearing their zone.
Scott brings it up and into the offensive zone. Puck goes behind the net. Players fighting for it there. Brooklyn Johnson trying to get that. Taps it out front, but an Elks defender is there. Brought up ice, but poked away by Delaney Johnson. Gets it to herself. Off the boards, and another save for Boucher. But again, like you said, driving them to those bad angles on the outside. Nothing clean through the middle. Maintain that 1-3 score.
Cora Coes is dangerous, though, the captain, as she just goes right around Johnson and then fires a shot. And then she comes in for good measure, taps it Boucher, trying to see if a rebound has been spilled. But Boucher doing a nice job gobbling that puck up.
Bluebirds looking to make something happen here with 2:40 left. Puck is cleared over to center ice and tapped into the offensive zone. Elks skating with it behind their own net. It's sent around, but not quite clear. Dumped back behind by CPCR. Elks gain it and are able to knock it out. Clear the zone. Boucher comes out. She'll send it off to the side.
Very calm clearance for the Bluebirds here with 2:08 and counting left to go.
And now we pull the goalie.
Yeah, Boucher comes off the ice. The extra attacker is on.
2 minutes left here.
Empty net, still trailing by 2 goals, our CPCR.
Elks dump that in. 6 skaters for CPCR. Knocked ahead to center ice. Still trying to gain the offensive zone, and they do. Elks defense is there, however.
10-6 shots in favor of the Bluebirds in this period as they are
out front, loose puck next to the cage and covered by Hess.
11-6, I should say, as they're just looking for that all-important second goal, and very likely to come up short tonight, but Jim Coltis has to feel very good about what he's seen from his team, particularly the way they responded in the second and third period, out shooting the Elks in both periods as the Bluebirds take a timeout to talk things over with just 1:25 left. Elk River coach Brian Ballinger, very adamant in terms of his team cleaning things up defensively.
Well, absolutely. After that first period, shots on goal were 12-3 in favor of the Elks. And like you said, back in the second, we may end up even here by the end of the game.
Right. And, you know, so considering the first result at Coon Rapids Arena was 6-1, and, you know, Elk River's going to, if they hang on, will finish 10-8. But CPCR has been in almost all of their games this year, even the ones they've lost. So this is not a surprise, but ultimately, as Coach Ballinger is adamant on the sidelines, mask down, fired up about the fact that his kids are on the back foot, as they say in soccer, and have been for really the last 2 periods. And so credit the aggressiveness and the sort of resiliency of CPCR. As Coach Coltis. And really what you're doing here is you're drawing up a play off the draw, right? We win the draw either forward or backwards, then we do this. And then you're also saying, okay, if the puck comes out of the zone, it's the zone re-entry that we want, because you're just trying to sort of get it organized to where it's like, okay, if we get it in deep, couple kids on the far side maybe, you're just drawing up something that's a quick hitter, because down 2 goals,
well, with
you gotta get something quick.
With a minute 25, you don't have a lot of time to experiment.
No, so, you know, a lot of times this is just win one back to Peterson maybe, and she tees one up and hopes for the best. So we'll see what happens.
Bluebirds do get that. It's fired in. Tried to tip that toward the goal, but not quite
I almost
there.
called it.
Kylie Scott up to Delaney Johnson. Johnson fires it from up top, wide to the right. Still maintaining the offensive zone here. Johnson keeps it in, and it's finally tipped out by the defense. Scott fires it off the blue line at the wall. It's sent back out to her. She skates it back into the zone through a few defenders, but loses the puck as that's dropped out. And the Elks are doing a great job of not allowing any chances here to the Bluebirds. Elks defense just looking to clear it out of that zone. Extra skater as the goal for CPCR is empty. 40 seconds left to play.
Got to get pucks to the net at this point. 36 seconds left.
That's passed up front off the defense. Hits a few players, stays in. Get a shot through traffic here. Defense in the way again. Elks able to get the puck down ice. That's going to wrap around, and we're getting an icing call with 16.3 left on the clock officially.
And you're right, Jeremy. They weren't giving up great shot opportunities, but they also weren't clearing the puck until right then. So CPCR with just 16.3 seconds left.
And that's of the games that I've done this year. That's been the story with CPCR. Great offensive pressure, but just can't find the back of the net. That pass goes through the middle with no one there. Another shot tipped out front, but not quite on goal. Elks knock it away. Clear the line. They're going to get a stick on that one. And the empty netter
is waved off. Goes in after.
Beforehand. So that one does not count. Official score of 3-1 at the end here. Elk River takes the win here against Champlin Park and Coon Rapids.
And it was a good game for CPCR. Obviously a disappointing result, especially in their last regular season game. But I think a lot for the Bluebirds and Coach Jim Coltis to feel good about before they take on Rogers on the road on Tuesday. They really had the better of play in that second and third period. They finally got on the board in the third period, albeit shorthanded. And like you said, this is a team that averages less than 2 goals a game on the season. And it's not for a lack of shots or competitiveness. They just don't seem to have that ability for whatever reason to find the back of the net. And so as some friendly conversation happens down on the ice, ultimately they come away 3-1 losers tonight here on the road. But again, lots of positives to take away from this loss for CPCR as they head into postseason play.
Absolutely, and they will see Rogers. Rogers 8-7 on the year, so not necessarily completely out of their league or anything like that. So we'd like to thank you for joining us tonight on behalf of the entire crew, including Grant in the truck, for Bill and Jeremy and everyone here at CTN.